Okay, let's see.
I got somebody on the team now that speaks Spanish real good, so I'm gonna try to get her to do this in Spanish and flood it all through Latin America.
Awesome. Hey guys, this is Earl Dixon. I'm online with some of the Wassupp Team Elite members, and we're on a live webinar tonight. So if you're out there and you get a hands on this, contact us 919-530-8022, Earl Dixon. And if you have any questions, I'll be glad to entertain your questions about what you will see. Thank you guys. Back to you, Marshall.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, just trying to get it done, get it out here, exposure.
Man, we got some highly visible people that's seeing us, that's coming to join. Michael Williams from RJM reached out. Leon brought him into the chat room today.
Right on. That's what's up.
Yeah, and look, Mike invited Bart, who is the leader in Icorn Pro.
Wow.
See, I'm in Icorn Pro, and Icorn Pro is I think I told you about it. Icorn Pro is a Bitcoin education platform where you learn how to do trading of Bitcoin. Yeah, and he's actually waiting to get the compensation plan from Fred so he can start sharing it.
Okay.
And look, they got 100,000 people over there in Icorn Pro.
Yeah, I know. They keep telling me, come on. It's like, yeah, I know. You said that last week. This was my last day, so they're still trying to get me.
Oh, not RJM.
No, Icorn.
Yeah, okay, Icorn Pro. Okay. What's up, Leon? Leon, so we got a corporate call tonight and a conference call. So we're online right here.
Okay.
I'm doing freeconferencecall.com on Zoom, through Zoom and recording it.
Okay.
So welcome to the party. Get some popcorn, baby. I love this online stuff, man. Someday I'll be sitting back on the beach with my drink in my hand, my lemonade in my hand, with my feet propped up, just watching that water as it comes by. You hear me?
I know. It's coming.
I'm a die trying.
That's right.
Tell you that right now.
That's right. That's the essence, man. I mean, if you without opportunity, life is just mundane, man. It's so.
Thank God for hope.
I'm telling you.
Thank God for hope. I gotta make some money. So I can break my wife off a piece so she won't think that I've been wasting all this time for all these years.
Right.
Look, break off a million, write a check for $1 million, say go shopping.
Yeah, go shopping.
No house shopping.
I'm gonna tell mine I ain't never coming home.
Hey, you've been looking at too much of Eddie Murphy.
Oh man.
All right, 9 o'clock. Let's go, Fred. Matter of fact, he sent me a diagram of the new compensation plan. I need to check it out.
That's great.
Yeah, see what it looked like. Let me see what it looked like. I got it right here on my phone.
Okay. Oh, give me a minute. I gotta make a call. I'll be right back on.
Okay. don't like this at all, Fred. I don't like this at all. Get 327 payment. Yeah, he need to put how much money. Come on, Fred, you gotta do a little better than that. But
Well, you still got a lot of tabs open.
oh man, let me close out some of them, man. Let me close. Let me close out some of these tabs, man. Let's see.
Right. Durham. Mr. McCall, I'm on a conference call right now. Can I get back with you? Okay, all right, will do.
So let's see. Hey, I'm gonna dial in. One of y'all dial in that conference call from your phone and see if you're hearing anything. Make sure we ain't missing out.
All right. Let's see, what is it?
Oh, you know what? You might. Oh, yeah, you got to dial in. Oh, you got to dial in. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you have to dial in. Forgot about that. Even though we're looking at it, you do have to dial in.
Okay.
Let's see.
Welcome to services provided by Free. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com.
The recording has started. Muted.
Not seen your number, so I need you to hit *5 on your.
Y'all hear it now,
there you
right?
are, buddy.
You got me?
I've got you, buddy. Go
okay,
ahead.
Great.
Have at it.
Thank you so much.
Great introduction.
Yeah, I did. I heard the introduction. I definitely appreciate that introduction. And I got to tell you, Blaine, I have been so impressed by you and Mark since we've met over the last couple of weeks, man. I'm honored to be a part of this team, to be able to work with someone like yourself. I mean, I have just kind of listened to you and have had a couple of opportunities to just talk with you and to just see your heart. And I am so excited about partnering with you and Mark, and looking forward to where we're going to go with this company. So I thank you for becoming a part of this team, and we are excited to partner with you. Let me just say a few words about the gentleman whose vision it was to create this company. And there may be some people on this line who know Ash Sahib, and there probably are a lot who don't. I'm one of those people who have been privileged to know him from many, many years ago. As a matter of fact, we both was involved in an organization a few years ago where we rose to the top. Ash, myself, Ricky, and we became acquainted with each other back in those days. Little did we know that fast forward we would wind up coming back together and being a part of what's going to happen here with Waszupp Crowdfunding. But this gentleman, to give you an idea of Ash Sahib, Ash is one of those guys that, like probably some of you on this call, he has done great things in life in terms of business, and he doesn't have to do this. I mean, if he didn't earn another dollar the rest of his life, he would live extremely well. He's doing it and we've had this conversation, that's why I feel like I can say this. He's doing it because he has a deep desire to help less fortunate people. And, you know, I'm just kind of excited that I can get to do it with him, because that has always been the way that I've grown up. That's one of the lessons. That's one of the things I learned from my father, who was a minister, and he did travel with, you know, that station wagon became very full at times with all of us kids in there, but you know, he just believed in doing what he did. But he always said that, you know what, if you didn't do something to help somebody today, then you didn't spend your day to the fullest. You had to do something to help somebody. As Sahib has that mindset. You know, he's in it not just for the people that he knows, but he's in it to do something that's going to make a difference for everybody around the world. And I'm just privileged to be able to be a part of this. What I want to do now is bring my other partner, our other founding director, to this call and have him share a little bit with you before we move on. This guy, again, he's one of those people that I met years ago in a whole different company, and he falls into that mold, you know, that mold that I know that those of you who know Blaine, you know, he falls into that mold of helping people, that mode of having that connection with the Almighty, that mode that says we should be doing something that's bigger than just us. I mean, we should be focusing on something that has a whole lot to do with making a positive impact on the world. Ricky Howe is a gentleman that I respect a great deal, that I have grown to love like a brother over the years. Guy has tremendous integrity, and I'm just honored to be able to partner with him and Ash to do this, and now honored to be a part of this thing with Mark and Blaine. So, Ricky, if you're there, would you come on and just share a few words?
Hi, Sean Fred. Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine.
All right, well, thank you for those kind words. Guys, I can't say enough about Fred Bender. Like you said, we've known each other 20-plus years, Ash Sahib as well, and you know, we came together a little over a year ago and decided we were going to build something, and we wanted to build something significant. And we got started in our pre-launch back in February and did some incredible things because we're truly a team. But more importantly, you know, Ash is such an incredible visionary, and part of his vision for this company is charitable givings. And this is what is bringing folks like Coach in and Mark and Buck and some of these people around the world, is the fact that, you know, we want to give back, and that's part of a big part of what brought us here today. Ash has a lofty goal of giving away $1 billion to charitable givings. I mean, I'm talking about stuff like cancer victims, feeding poor people around the world, orphans, or a calamity. I mean, we have a goal, guys, that we're going to sit here and not only help people around the world and the globe and do great things, but Ash has a goal for everybody on this call today to become financially independent. So this thing has come wrapped up really, really nice, so that we can help people around the world. We can become financially independent if we work this company and we work together. And that's something, you know, really, what could be better? What could be better than helping everybody around the world? And also, the people on this call, we could become financially independent by working together. And also, part of working together in the vision of this company, we literally have one vision. And let me explain what that is. I said, you know, we have a one-team vision. I've always liked to say, and Coach can relate to this, there is no I in team. And I say that, guys, you know, there is no, you know, we've brought some powerful forces here. I'm going to tell you, Fred Bender, Ash Sahib, we got Coach, we got Mark, we've got Buck, we've got a lot of powerful people. But this is what I want everybody to know here tonight. There is no Ricky's team. There's no Fred's team. There's no Ash, no Buck, no Mark, no Coach. We have come together. We have gotten to know each other in the recent days and weeks. And guys, everybody on this leadership team is second to none. And we have a goal. And I'll tell you, Coach, boy, he laid something on us today that was just fascinating. We have a goal of bringing in 1 million people around the world. Wow. How about that, guys? Well, that's basically what I have to say. We've got a strong vision to help people around the world in charitable givings, as well as helping everybody on this call to become financially independent. And we're going to do that, guys, with one team, one dream. With that, Fred, I'll shoot it right back to you.
Thank you.
Line unmuted.
Thank you so much for that, Ricky, and you're absolutely right. I mean, one team that's going to lead a charge that's going to impact the world by funding, by providing $1 billion to charitable organizations around the world, by helping people. You know, that's what makes it exciting. And while we're helping those people, while we're providing that $1 billion to people around the world, we'll also be creating income, creating funding for our own personal projects. You know, there are people out there who are paying for a wedding, people out there who have medical bills, people out there that are simply rebounding from some great financial loss. You know, people all over the world are hurting, and we can help them and we can help us. So that's what we're going to do. And how are we going to do that? You know, what mechanism have we put in place to do that? Well, through Waszupp crowdfunding. And what I'm going to do is just share a little bit about what that means or what that looks like in terms of how you can be funded, how much you can be funded. Okay, so as most of you know, you've seen that matrix, and I'm going to go through those numbers real quick. And as I get ready to go through the numbers, just keep in mind the numbers I give you are going to be net payout numbers, net funding numbers. All right, and the way this is going to work, and I'm only going to say this, go through this once because we have a time restriction, but when each level is paid into, the company, because of its vision of funding $1 billion to charitable organizations around the world, they're going to take out about 10% of the funding that's bought in on every level. And then there's money that's going to be taken out not only for the funding of the $1 billion project, but they're going to be prizes and awards and all kinds of stuff that we're going to earn through this process. And so as we realize that money, that 10% is taken out, and also an amount is taken out to move you from level to level, what I'm going to do is just kind of share with you what that final net amount will be when you get to that level, or when you finish that level. So as most of you know, the ones who have had a chance to view the matrix, on the first level you bring in 3 people, and 3 people you get $25, and you understand that when you start with us, guys, you actually activate yourself by funding into this program $35. I mean, it's not $350 or $3,500, but $35. And 10 of the $35, $10 of that goes to the platform. The other $25 is funded up to someone else who is trying to get their project funded. Okay? But when you bring those 3 people in, you're going to get $25 back. So right off the bat, what you have already funded out in your 25, you receive that 25 back right off the bat on that first level. On the 9th level, when those 3 people that you brought on board bring on their 3, you are going to get $292. Okay, so right off the bat, you're way ahead of the game. Now, 3rd level, you're going to get $1,710 when that 3rd level is completed. When that 4th level is completed, guys, you're looking at $45,000 in your bank account. And of course, as you go through this process, always remember, with each amount that
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com.
The recording has started. Muted.
fifth level, when that fifth level is completed, you're looking at over $1 million on the fifth level. Guys, you know, it's amazing when you think about it. That's just the fifth level. This matrix goes eight levels deep. And you're already a millionaire on the fifth level. Now, I'm not going to take up a lot of time on this. I'm just going to ask you, you know, to think about that. If you are getting $1 million on the fifth, how much do you think you'll be getting on the sixth? How much on the seventh? How much on the eighth? You know, as we go through this process, and as we keep in mind that this charge, right, this crusade, this movement, this mission to impact the world in a positive way, to do something that no other company in this industry has ever done, we're going to make history just because of what we're giving, just because of how we're affecting the people all over the world. And in the same instance that we're doing that we are creating an impact, we are creating a financial condition for our own households that our families would have for generations to come. And to me, I can't think of a better way than to create that for my family by helping other families. And with that being said, what I want to do is take this moment, and I'm going to get ready to turn it right back over to Blaine here. But I just want to say in closing, guys, in my life, through my teachings, from following my dad and just kind of listening to his instruction, here's one thing I know. I may not always walk this earth, but the things I do while I'm here can always impact the lives of people who are here after I'm gone. And that's what I want from my life, to impact people in a way that when I'm no longer here, they say, this world is a better place because I was here. With that being said, Blaine, I'm going to turn this back over to you. I appreciate the time that you've allowed me to just share with everybody.
Hey, and listen, I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to share with all of us. And also, Ricky, thank you for taking time there out of South Carolina to share your vision, your dream, and also your experience with Ash Sahib. I tell you what a great guy he's turned out to be. Mark and I are thrilled. I'm going to bring a few people on, and then we'll put a bow on this. But I want you to hear from some people that some of them I've known for many, many decades, some of them for a number of years. But they are people that have built large teams around the world in different companies. They've been in companies that do various different things, services, they do products.
Line muted.
And one of the things that as we've all talked, and we've actually...
Line unmuted.
When you get into a product-driven company, mission
Line
becomes
muted.
that product. And what happens is, if you're a pastor, or you're a person that is a person that wants to do camps, or you want to end up helping other people doing other things, you start to get your focus on this product, and the discussion always becomes the product. In a crowdfunding platform, the product is the hopes and dreams of other people. So all you're talking about with people is what is it that your life is lacking that you want to fulfill. Do you need money for your kids, for college? Do you need money to send thousands of dollars to missionaries? Do you want to buy textbooks for underprivileged children? Do you want to drill wells in nations of the world where they do not have quality water? Because it is in crowdfunding, which is a bona fide activity legislated into U.S. law by the Obama administration, crowdfunding. It is a bona fide activity where people who have a heart to give can reach out and help other people. And in our crowdfunding platform, which is Waszupp, you have an opportunity to receive. You sow in, you receive back. And I want you to hear from these people that have many, many years, some of them decades of experience, and just get a sense. And I'm going to try to unmute a couple lines here. And let's first of all see if we've got Bobby Hornbrook on the line. Bobby, what do you have to say?
Coach, I have to say I'm so excited I don't know what to do.
Hey, Bobby, I can't hear you. You sound like you're 10 feet away from your phone, buddy. Can you get a little closer to the phone? No, I can't. I'm gonna see if you can get that worked out. I'll come right back around to you. Let's run up to Robin Tennille, and let's hear what Robin has to say. Good friend of Ricky and Fred's.
Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
All right. Well, I'm very, very excited to be on the call today. This is truly some exciting times going on right here. When I first came into the Waszupp Global team, Fred brought me in, and I was working on another network marketing project at the time, but I'm so excited to be a part of this incredible company. And I call this an incredible company because it truly and genuinely cares about people. And when I first came on board, I learned very quickly how important it was to Ash, Fred, and Ricky that we all succeed. And because I knew I can always go to them when I had questions, comments, or suggestions, and they always were there to answer and respond to me without hesitation and make me feel like I mattered. And I knew that I was among great leaders. When I think about the incredible combination of the incredible combination of experience and expertise with the CEO and the founding directors, you know, these gentlemen, they come together and they created a company that is catapulting into a revolution in this industry right before our eyes. And because they're not only committed to helping business partners, they're committed to helping people all over the world. And when they announced that they were going to do the crowdfunding program, it aligns with my passion of helping people, and I'm so excited to be a part of the wonderful things that are going to be accomplished because of the company's vision and the commitment to helping people that they have. And we as individuals, we have to get into the mindset that it's not always about us. It's not always about making money, but it's about us being able to humble our hearts and humble ourselves and find it in our hearts to help other people. And that's what this company is allowing us to do. It's allowing us to be the opportunity to be a part of something bigger than ourselves, something bigger than we've ever imagined. And we're talking about that donating $1 billion. That is going to impact and change so many lives. And just to say that you were a part of that, you should really feel good that you would be a part of something like that. And if you're on this call and you're still contemplating whether or not this opportunity is for you, stop thinking about it and just do it. You know, you really need to get back to the person who got you on this call today. Get started today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Do it today so that you can have the financial freedom that you deserve, so that you can take care of your family and you can help other people and leave a legacy for generations to come. And I'm not...
Robin, that is fantastic. Thank you so much. We appreciate you sharing a couple of moments with us. Let's shoot down to Greensboro, North Carolina. I want to hear from my good friend, Danny Story. Danny's got decades of experience. He was career military. He absolutely is a leader among leaders. Danny, I want you to share a moment with us what your thoughts are.
Can you hear me okay, Coach?
Loud and clear, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come at this with just a little different approach if it's okay with you. As Coach shared with you, I have been in this industry for a long time. I have been blessed to own a marketing company myself for 10 years. But, folks, I want to share this one, and this is coming from the heart. I'm a father of 4 sons, and I'm going to try to do this without getting emotional. I'm a father of 4 sons, and 2 years ago on June the 13th, my son, Chris, 26 years old, father of 2, who worked for the state of North Carolina, became sick out of the blue. And at 10 a.m. that morning, my son was diagnosed with stage 5 kidney failure. And they told us they wasn't sure he was going to live. And I would tell you the one thing that this industry, and the reason I'm sharing this with you tonight is I want you to grab this. The one thing about this industry is during them 5 days and nights that me and my wife and our family sat in ICU, we didn't have to call another grown man or another grown woman and ask for permission to be off, to be with our son. We didn't have to worry about how we was going to pay our bills. We didn't have to worry about any of that. We didn't have to worry when we moved our son and our grandchildren into our own home if we was going to be able to make ends meet. The reason we didn't have to worry about that kind of stuff is because I made a decision many years ago to never allow anyone else to determine the outcome of my income. I'm going to say that again. I, Danny Story, determine the outcome of my income, no one else. If someone else is determining the outcome of your income, you're just a pawn in their puzzle. They're building your dreams off your edge. So, folks, I want to share this with you tonight because I want you to understand the word fear. And please understand that the word fear has two meanings. Some people says, I'm going to fear everything and run. Tonight I'm going to ask you to do exactly what me and my wife and my children did when my son got sick. We faced everything and we rised. Why? Because we chose the brighter tomorrow. And I'm going to let you know that you could not be in a better place than you are right now. In my 30 years of history in the network marketing industry, being a top income earner in 3 different companies, owning my own company, I've never seen a group of stronger leaders in my life coming together in one location for one mission. So, Coach, with that said, I want everybody just to understand. Prayer is powerful. I have been praying hard for something to come to me because I wanted to help the masses. And I'm so glad that phone rang by Mr. Mark Campese. And, folks, my life will never be the same because of it. And with that said, Coach, I'm going to turn the call back over to you.
That's awesome, Danny. I appreciate it. And let's go ahead and run all the way out to Florida again and see if we got Bobby Hornbrook on here. Bobby?
How about it, Coach? Can you hear me now?
Much better, brother.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for what you're doing. Thank Ash and all the people that's making this come together. We're just elated that we, what we call the little people in this world, we're able to ride the wave of people that have paved the way, like Danny and some players that have had the opportunity of taking it maybe and have paved the way. And we're riding, I'm like Danny, I've never seen so many monstrous players, monstrous marketers, and the integrity and the quality of the people that are in the top of this thing. And so me and my partner, J.P. Smith, we're going to ride the wave. Of course, J.P., he's a leader. I'm just following him. But we're going to ride the wave what they tell us to do. Like the lady said, don't just think about it, get in. We got in when Cindy said, oh, look at this. I said, I don't have to look at it, put me in. I know Cindy Giannetti doesn't, she doesn't do things unless there's something worthy of doing. So we're just elated. Thank you so much. God bless all of you and your efforts for us being able to help the needy. And not only help the needy, but to help ourselves. We have to put our own mask on first, obviously, and then we can reach out to where we could never reach before. We could reach out to where we could never reach before. Thank you so much for being our friends and the team effort that's being showed here. We cannot lose. God bless you all. Thank you.
Hey, Bobby, I thank you on behalf of Cindy and yourself, and you are such an asset. I'll tell you, I remember when we started that Bible study on the phone, I got a text from the other day. You are continuing on with that. Good for you. And then I want to talk to the young lady that brought Bobby to the table, a dear friend of Mark's and mine, and will be a huge asset to the entire Waszupp crowdfunding community, and that's Cindy Giannetti. Cindy, why don't you wrap it up with a bow here?
I would be honored to do that, Blaine. Thank you so much. And Bobby, thank you. And yeah, you know, I'm emotional because everyone on this line is emotional, so I am the emotional mess of the whole crew. But I can tell you this, that I wasn't really looking for this. I was looking for something, and I really was tired of programs that were failing me. And it wasn't just about me. As you've heard everyone say on this line, it's always about the people that you know, love, and care about, because you want to share the good fortune. You want to share your dreams. You want them to have their dreams again, right? And you want hope for them. And we get excited about things that we see and come upon us throughout our lives, and all of a sudden we wake up one day and they're gone. And the hardest thing for me is not that, I can deal with it. I'll go down, I just won't stay there. But what I can't deal with is that I feel like I'm a part of and responsible for crushing everyone else's dreams. And so that really was the pivotal point for me, where I just said, I can't take this industry anymore because of that. Well, when Mark Campese texts me on a Saturday morning, I hadn't heard from him in forever. For years, we've worked together many times, and I knew it was important. I wasn't really feeling well, but I knew if Mark's contacting me, there has to be something going on here, so I paid attention. I didn't really understand what I heard that particular Saturday afternoon, so I had to listen to it again. And then I listened to it again, and I knew that there was something different about what was happening here. And I knew that my prayers and my getting down on my knees and asking the Lord to just bring something to our family that was going to help with the tragedy in our family, so that we could help with the tragedy in your family. And please, God, just let there be that thing before I leave this earth that can make a difference in the world and to everyone in the world. To just be that missionary, to just be that God's disciple. That's what I want. I wanted to just be able to help everyone. I never thought that I was going to be able to do it. I thought that dream was shot until I heard this. And so I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you are in the right seats. I don't care how much life has beat you up. Stick with us. Stick with this program. Like Bobby said, just follow the leader. Do what we tell you to do. It's really easy here. The entry point is $35. Everyone has $35. And I'm telling you, for $35, your life is going to change, and going to change like you've never seen it before. I love you all. God bless you all. Thank you for being here, and Blaine and Mark and Bobby and all the other leaders. I can't wait to meet you and hug you. Those that I haven't. Ash, thank you for putting this together. We love you. God bless.
Hey, Cindy, that's heartfelt, and that's a great way to wrap it up. Let me give you a couple of thoughts before we get off this line, and then give you directions to Saturday. There's a huge event Saturday that you're not going to want to miss. So first of all, here are the bullet points that you've gone through here tonight. You have a company that is birthed out of the heart of a gentleman who loves the American free enterprise system and wants to continue to carry it to the globe. Ash Sahib is Indian by his descendancy. He was educated in the United Kingdom. He is a bright, sophisticated man from a very, very successful family. He moved to Orlando, Florida, where he resided 18 years, and he excelled in business. He became not only a millionaire, he got to where he was making well over $100,000 to $200,000 a month. He saw the fact that most people did not understand the principles necessary to build and succeed, and he had an understanding of the spiritual tenets that are required for success. He has had relationships he's carried through the years to the point that over the last 20 to 25 years, he was in relationship with Ricky Howe and Fred Bender. And then last year made a decision to put together a crowdfunding platform that would bless people with a simple gift of $35 and a system that would guide it along up to and potentially millions of dollars of gifts for you and your cause. They worked hard to put that together. He understood some things that were valuable and important to share with you. He understood that you need to have full automation, that you need to have powerful and competent technology, that you had to have a system where the money would flow but not be tied up by the company, because people have experienced where corrupt owners would gather the money and run off with it. So all of those things were addressed, and accountability became very critical to Ash Sahib. So he formed a global director team, and we will soon form an executive leadership cabinet for the purpose of full accountability. Now, I want you to listen to this. Ash has put together a development team, a software development team of 7. They are working around the clock nonstop, so as we open the website in the next few days, and then several days after that go fully automated, We do not want glitches. We want seamless, fast, rapid, and viral growth. And Ash understands the importance of that. When Fred in, 10% is taken, set aside into the account for charitable giving. That account will be totally transparent to both the global directors and the advisory board so that nobody ever has to worry about the stewardship of that. And all of the rest of the money is immediately paid to the individual pay wallets of all of us and all of your people. In other words, the money is not ever tied up. My dad told me once, you want to have a good system, put systems in place to keep honest people honest and keep dishonest people out. So Ash Sahib put that together. And then tragedy hit in March of 2017. Ash Sahib lost his son. And there was a period of 3 months where Ash was unable to pay attention to the moving forward of Waszupp. He was attending to his family, and he was going through a time of mourning. And you know what? Anybody on this call that's a parent can understand, but I don't think any of us can appreciate the depths of that pain. Ash Sahib in June and July decided to re-engage, take that pain, and convert it into something magnificent in the honor of a son. It was then when he called Mark Campese, Mark called me, and I got to meet this group of people that you've gotten to meet tonight. Ash has made a commitment to do everything in the honor of his late son, every step of the way. And we make a commitment to you as global directors, and we want you leaders to make a commitment to your people that we will be with them every step of the way. I've enjoyed talking to you. Get your 35 together. Get together with whoever got you on this call and ask them to get you in line for the placement. The automation will start within the next week. You want to make sure you've got your name on the list with the person that got you on this call. And then we will soon be moving things forward. On or around the 10th of August, monies will start flowing, payments will start coming to you, and many of you on this call and many that will come to the table in the next week or two in the month of August can fully expect to generate $5, $10, $15, $20, and maybe in some cases as high as $75,000 to $100,000. And in the next 90 days, we believe we will be welcoming to our calls our first Waszupp millionaires. Take a chance on yourself. Believe once again. We want to trust but verify. And lastly, as I close the call up, I want to let you know Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll reconvene on this call. We will do another opportunity presentation for you, for your guests. And then following that, we will do an extended training on what to do, how to do it, how to grow. And then I want to also finish by telling you what Ricky and Fred and Ash did from February until recently. They built a database of over 200,000 people that are saying, I want to be in Waszupp. That database will open up after you and your key people are placed into our company. And our 3x8 step-up graduated matrix, which is forced with automation, will place those people down row after row, fill in every blank under all of us. So I've got to tell you something, folks. Never have I been at this place. Probably very few of you have. I hope you've been hoping, praying, and believing, and now it's time to get doing. Thanks for being on. We'll look forward to seeing you Saturday, and we know one thing for sure. Hopes and dreams are about to come true.
The host has ended this call. Goodbye.
Hello, guys. This is Earl Dixon. Hello, guys. This is Earl Dixon, and I'm coming back to you after this conference call. And this conference call.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Hello?
Hello?
Let's see. Who is this?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Unmuted. Unmute.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I hear Echo too.
Okay, so I'm going to mute you out, and then I'm going to turn off my other phone. I'm just hoping that if I get cut off, I'll be back in, okay? Okay, now can you hear me?
I can hear you. So
This session is no longer being recorded.
Okay, so that's a little bit better, right?
that's a little bit. You see out your phone?
I'm going to mute everybody out. Robin.
Muted.
That's better.
Okay, that's much better. Okay, guys, so I asked you all, I hope y'all got the message. I asked you to just stay on the line after the call because I want to just have a really quick call after the call and just talk with you guys just a little bit. And I see that we still have Earl still here. Great seeing you, Earl, and Cindy. Great seeing you, Arlene and Richard. Great seeing you guys. Someone who is on a call with the last four of your phone number, 8022. Welcome to the call. We're glad to have you. Right. So, guys, here's what I want you to state. Because I really wanted you guys to get a feel for what was happening on a bigger scale. I mean, we're all used to our organizations and our call. But hopefully what this does, it gives you a feel for what is happening on a bigger basis because things are about to get crazy. There are people coming into this program, guys, that by huge numbers, and they're coming in because they love the idea of funding the world, that $1 billion campaign that we're running. And they love the idea of being able to make some money too. But, you know, most people, I got to tell you, have great hearts. Most people will just jump to the opportunity to help somebody. And that has proven to be a really big deal because as I've talked to people and talked about we're going to be helping people and tell them that you can be making money and getting your own projects funded by helping other people, that makes a difference. So I want to make sure you all understood that. And so I'm going to take a minute, *6 yourself in if you want to speak. If you want to type it in, and I'll read it. I want to hear your feedback from what you just heard. I'd like to hear what your thinking is. I'd like to hear what's on your mind. So whether it's a question or a statement or whatever the case is, I want you to share with the team in terms of if you want to talk, hit *6 and come in. If you just want to type in something, do that. But let's hear from you guys out there. I want to hear from y'all. So who's first?
Earl Dixon here.
Earl Dixon here.
Good to have you, Earl. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I've been a network marketer now for over 25 years, and I've seen it all. And to look at the leadership here, the different backgrounds of the people that's being gravitated toward this platform, for the innovative minds, for the technology that I'm seeing, with the philanthropic hearts of the people that's coming to this platform, it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely.
For a person, you know, it just took me up to another level. I'm personally going to push toward sharing and bringing on 1,000 people on this platform.
Awesome.
Myself.
Awesome goal.
Just by being here tonight, I mean, I'm going to make a personal goal to go out of my comfort zone and to put this platform before 1,000 people that will say yes in this campaign. And I'm not going to rest until I've shown it to 1,000 people to say yes. Then you said something earlier that touched my heart. And it kind of like matches my ideology. And it says that it would be shame to live a lifetime and die a stranger.
Yeah.
I, too, want to be remembered even when I'm gone. Yeah. Not just what I'm doing when I'm here, but to leave a legacy. And I can see how Waszupp Global can leave generational wealth to people all around the globe. So I'm just encourage everybody This platform is easy, one of the most easiest platforms I've ever seen in my life. And don't forget, our #1 goal is to support our flagship program, which is the What's Up app. Now, #2, everybody should know at least 3 people that have always dreamed of creating their own business, whether it's a home-based business, whether it's brick and mortar, like franchise of some type, or they just need funding for their existing business, to take their existing business to levels that they have always dreamed of and never had access to the funds to get it done. This is the platform to get it done with one-time payment of $35 and invite those 3 people to the platform. Thank you for giving me a chance, Fred, and I look forward to talking to you very soon.
No, man, thank you for sharing, because you said so many great things. Can you imagine the impact you're going to make by bringing in 1,000 people to this platform? Man, you are going to have a huge part in that $1 billion just because of your efforts to bring in 1,000 people, and we're excited about that. Thank you so much. Someone else was want to speak?
Oh no, Fred, I'm fine. I done said enough.
Yes, Robin, you find you did a great job. We appreciate you and everything you said. Everything you said was awesome. Awesome. Anyone else before we shut it down who just want to make a comment or ask a question, whatever it is, guys, while you have those of us leaders on this line with you tonight, just feel free to ask the question or make the comment, because we all want to hear from you. Don't be shy. GP, how about you? I don't know who GP is. GP, are you there? You want to talk to us? Oh, it says a red number here. Okay, Arlene says, excited, mind-blowing.
It is exciting, Arlene. Just listening to, not because you got a chance to see the perspective of people outside of our little group, and you can see the excitement in others, and that's why I enjoy about those calls. You get to see the excitement of not only the people that we know, but other people that are excited about it too.
Yeah, and these are a lot of these people. Are people who most of us call big hitters. These are people who have created organizations of 200,000 people. They've actually had their own network marketing companies, and they have a following. These are people that had a following, and they've brought their following with them. You guys are so fortunate that you were a part of this from the What's Up Global time, from those days that we started with What's Up Global, and now this has evolved. We've evolved into this, and on that road, on that journey to launching What's Up Global, now we are going to launch What's Up Crowdfunding. That's going to give us what we need, the funding that we want to have, so that by the time we launch What's Up Global, we'll have money in the bank and won't have to worry about activating in What's Up Global. We'll have all the money we need. So it is phenomenal. Cindy says, I am really excited with this opportunity, not only to help people in the Caribbean, but all over the world. A company after my own heart. Absolutely, Cindy, and I'm with you on that. And, it's interesting. I was talking to a guy who was saying to me, man, $35. And in his condition in life, was that $35 is a lot right now. I don't think I can let it go. And what I had to tell him was that if $35 was this important to you, if it matters this much, and I'm not putting it down, but I'm saying if you think about it, if it matters this much, then you really need to be doing this. You really need to be a part of this. Because most of us will go to the movies, and by the time we buy a ticket for us and the person that's going with us, by the time we get a large popcorn and a hot dog and a drink, we're going to spend $35 or $40, maybe even $50, depending on what movie you go to, what time you go. you will spend that. And you will have a good memory, but it doesn't help your checking account. So for those of us who are concerned about $35, you have to think, if we're that worried about $35, what is our condition financially? We got to do something, right? We have to do something if we're worried about letting go of $35. And I don't know if you ever get a chance to be in this position again. You are on the first matrix. I mean, if this thing started on the 15th of August and stopped on the 15th of October, everyone in the first matrix will have made anywhere from $50,000 up to millions. So you all are in a prime position. All you have to do is be willing to bring $35, get 3 people who bring in $35, encourage them to get 3 people, and start the process. So with that being said, guys, I'm not going to continue to talk. I'm going to, if no one else has a comment.
Somebody asked me their entire family. Hold on. Is that GP? Can I join my entire family?
As long as your entire family is over the age of 18.
You can pay for $35.
Yeah, and can pay. Here's the thing, and a guy asked me this question from, where was he from? He sent me a message. I think he was from the Philippines. He asked me, can I let my children sign up? And I said, absolutely, as long as they're above the age of consent. How old are your kids? He said 9, 11, I think he said in 12.
Oh,
no, 13. 13. And I said, sir, no, you can't. You're in, your wife is in, your kids, you don't need to do that for a couple of reasons. First, your children are not going to go out there and get 3 who can get 3 who can get 3. You and your wife in this matrix, believe me, you're going to make the money. I mean, you're going to make some money. But I will say this, if your children are 18 and above, and they want to be a part of this, by all means. I don't see no reason why not. Okay, absolutely. Okay, there was another one, $35, which you get back by the second level. Absolutely, you're going to get $25 back as soon as your 3 come on board. When your 3 comes on board, then you will have your $25 back. All right, and then when they get theirs on board, those 3 get theirs on board. That's another $292. So right there, that if you add those 2 together, that's well over $300 when you complete the second level. Robbie, you was going to say something?
You know what, Fred? Some people may not even realize it, that once we launch this thing and people start paying their money, it's going to be a lot of people that's probably going to pay their money right away. So can you imagine how much money you'll start accumulating within the first week?
Yeah.
Just the first week, just with the people that you brought on and they brought on and they brought on.
Yep.
It's a matter of days.
So, guys, it is, this is going to be bigger than what you may think you know about it. Mm-hmm. My only sadness is that there are people out there that they're in such bad condition financially that they can't take a chance on $35.
Or some people out there have in their mind, they can't even vision it. That's the sad part about it. Some people can't even vision it.
Yeah, that's true. They cannot believe that they can make $1 million in the next 30 to 60 days.
Not even $1 million. Some people can't even believe they can make 100,000. Some people can't believe they can make 50,000.
It's true. It's true.
It's a mindset. It's a mindset.
It is, but the great thing, guys, is we have a vehicle here now that if you believe and you decide to move forward, it can happen for you.
Got a question for you, Fred.
Yes, sir.
how soon will the recorded call be on the resource page?
That Blaine will control that, and my expectation is it may be by noon tomorrow, knowing him.
Yeah, they normally get those up pretty quick too. I've noticed that. They're normally up with it by the next day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that being said, guys, I don't see any more questions, no more red numbers showing up on my screen. We appreciate you being on here, and now remember, this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have the same. We will have another call like this. Blaine mentioned it on there. You heard it. So for your people who you have as your prospect, people you want to hear about this, get them on that call. If they're within the United States, they can dial in at the 302-202-1122. If they're within the United States, you can dial in at 302-202-112. If you're out of the United States, we'll do the same thing we did tonight. You can call in on this number, on this line, and I will three-way all of you guys into that call, and you get a chance to listen in through the three-way.
And I'll post it in the group too. I'll post it in there too.
Okay. All right. Sounds great. Thank you again, everybody, for being on the call. You guys have a great night, and we look forward to working with you tomorrow. Good night, all.
Good night, everybody.
Unmuted.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
You muted, Earl. You muted. Everything seems.
Man, I've been sitting here talking to the stream. Hey guys, this is Earl Dixon. I want to thank God for this guy named Marshall Muhammad. I just want to welcome everybody who's going to get a chance to see this video. It's going to go live. I just want to say that all of those dreams that you have had, all of those dreams that you have had for a lifetime, that you didn't, you second guessed your own dreams, and all you needed was a platform. All you needed was a chance, an opportunity to take your dream to another level. It's actually here. Your prayers has been answered. Now all you have to do is take action. Now, what do you need to do? First thing you need to do is reserve $35 that can be paid to this program on August the 10th, which is a few days from now. And the next thing you need to do is to share this opportunity with 3 people that will have business opportunities that they need funding for, whether it's it don't have to be a business opportunity. It can just be a campaign, whether it's to buy a car, to build a new house, or to send food to people in the foreign nations, not just Africa, that are starving, or if you want to buy yourself a fast food restaurant, or if you want to build a fitness center, whatever your dream is that you always wanted to do in life, you have opportunity to do it with this platform. All you need to do is to find 3 people just like you and bring them here and have connected those 3, turn in that information to your sponsor. If you don't have a sponsor, my name is Earl Dixon. You can reach me at 919-530-802. I have a personal goal to bless 1,000 people with this program. 1,000 people, my personal goal. You can reach me 919-530-8022. Marshall Muhammad is online. Marshall, you want to share your number?
Yes, sir. It's 60.
Oh, wait a minute, Marshall. Let me unmute you. Okay, go again, Marshall.
Yes, sir. It's 602. It's a new number. 602-737-4156.
Okay, one more time. Do it for one more time.
602-737-4156.
And tell them where you located.
Phoenix, Arizona, the desert. Come see us. We lighting things on fire out here. We about to make a difference.
Yeah.
Join us.
Well, guys, this is it. Marshall and I, we're here. Even when other people have gone, we know what we got our hands on. I've seen it. I've seen the technology, and I know what this thing is ready to do. I've seen it. You can't stop the money. I'm gonna say it again. You cannot listen to me. You're seeing me right now. I don't care what business opportunity you have ever been in. I'm gonna look right into the camera as I talk to you. All you have to do now is to position yourself and have $35 on lunch day and share it with 3 people. And because you're in position, you will not be able to stop the money. So I'm gonna get off this now. And all I'm gonna say is that I'll just see you guys at the top. It is your time and your season. Thank you, and we'll see you guys at the top. Marshall, I'll see you on the Zoom tomorrow night. Because I'm gonna be on pure fire. Thank you, Marshall. Good night.
Thank you. Peace.
All right, thank you. Let's see if I can end this, guys. Start recording.